And that's an inaccuracy by black. This is because after bishop goes back to g3, basically this isolated knight is not creating any big threat towards this white position. This is because now you can see that this f4 square is already covered by this dark square bishop, and in the next move white is going to bring his knight to d6, and clearly you can see that this position will be better for white. So instead of knight to d5, in this position, here black must consider this move, which is knight to e8. But this is like black is undeveloping his piece. But no, this is because first of all this knight is eyeing on this c7 square, as well as it also eyes on this important square, which is this d6. So that white knight can't enter to it. And suppose if white brings his rook into the game by rook to e1, but now black can simply develop his light square bishop to e6 and also preparing for a6. But in this position, white can actually brings his queen to h5. But why? This is because obviously black can't play knight to f6, which attacks this queen, but it also leaves the defense of c7 square. So that's why in this position the best move for black is to play a6, trying to attack this active knight. But now in this position, basically white can actually sacrifice his bishop by bishop takes h6, and obviously black can't capture this due to the threat of takes, and then you can see that no one can defend this h7 mate. So that's why now black can play, which is knight to f6, targeting this queen. And now here white have two options. The first one is to go to g5 square, but then black will simply bring back his knight to e8, which automatically guards this g7 square. And the other move for white is to just go back to h4, and now in this position black can actually grab this bishop, okay, but after this takes and simply a takes b5. Okay, now in this position white can actually sack the rook, but the easiest way to draw this game is simply giving a check. This is because after king to h8, you can see that here black can't defend this with the knight due to this mate. So that's why the only move for black is to go back and forth. And clearly you can see that after multiple checks, this position will becomes automatically equal. Okay, so let's go back to our original game. In the actual game, after bishop to g3, here black can also play bishop to d5, which attacks this queen, and after queen moves, black can actually start pushing the queen side pawns. And in this position, Tal sacrificed his bishop by bishop to c7. This is because suppose if queen takes the bishop, now comes knight takes e6, threatening to capture this rook, and after suppose queens get exchanged, white can actually capture this rook with a check, and after takes, now white can grab this queen, and clearly you can see that white is winning. So that's why after bishop to c7, here black goes for b5. He was trying to expand towards this queen side. Instead of capturing this pawn, giving the check from e4 square might be the better option for white. And that's a mistake by black because now white will simply exchanges the rooks and simplifies the game. Instead of this, black can play rook to f6, which cuts the diagonal of the white queen, and yeah, black can fight for some time. And now it's better for white to just exchange the rooks and go for queen to b6 so that white can grab these pawns and promote their own queenside pawns. But instead, Tal goes for rook to e6. Basically, he wants to give a check by capturing this h6 pawn, taking benefit of this pinned pawn, but black can easily defend this by bringing his king to h7, but instead black goes for and in this position black resigned. This is because suppose if black captured this rook, now simply queen takes d8 check, and after king to h7, now white can just simply push his pawn. Here black can give some checks, but simply king to g2, and after this queen to c4 targeting this pawn, but simply white will push, and clearly you can see that no one can stop this pawn. Here black can also give some repetitive checks, but simply king to h2, and after this queen to e1, threatening to capture this f2 pawn, and but white can simply give a check from d3 square, and after king moves, queen to c4 check, and you can see that here white has to be careful, and so that he can guard this pawn. But how this will possible, because after suppose king to h7, queen to c2 check, and suppose if he defends with the pawn, now you can see that this pawn is well defended by this queen, and now white will simply push b7, and yeah, game over. This is your host Bison signing off. Bye bye.